Our next standard we are focusing on is NS0.1.3, which states compose and decompose multi-digit numbers with decimals to the thousandths in multiple ways using the value of digits in each place. And as you can see, the standard continues to work with place value. And the easiest way to talk about this standard is going through some sample questions. So I'll show you two sample questions shown below, and then I'll show you a test type question.
Our first example here has a decomposed number that we need to recompose back together. So according to our standard, we have a number that goes to the thousandths place, and I need to either be able to compose or decompose this number. So when I see this, I go ahead, if I'm doing work and stuff like that, I go ahead and write my place value chart to help stay organized. So I break it down by place value. It's been decomposed. And right here it says we have 5 tens. And 5 tens we can think about in multiple ways. We know 5 tens could equal 50. But we also know 5 tens could be a 5 in the tens place. Now, what I also notice here is I have 21 tenths. Now, this is what confuses a lot of people. 21 tenths, we have to look for the tenths place, and we have to understand that only a single digit number can fit in a place value. So when I have 21 of a certain place value, we know we're going to have to regroup and collect more of the bigger place value. So when I look at this, I have 21, so I know this last digit will go in the tenths place. So that's a 1. And since it's 21, I'm going to have 2 wholes. So it'll look like this, 21 tenths in the middle of it, or 2 and 1 tenth. I also have, at the end here, I have 9 thousandths. And that one's a single digit number, so it's pretty straightforward. I have 9 thousandths, which is 0.009, and or I can say there's a 9 in the thousandths place. So I'm almost finished with my number. One strategy, you could add these together by lining up the decimals, or we can use our place value chart and fill in any missing values with our 0, and you'll see at the end, recomposing that number, it should be 52 and 109 thousandths. Our next example says 13 ones plus 237 thousandths. So again, looking at this, I start with my 13 ones, which again, if we look at our place values, you can only have one digit in a place value. So if I have 13 ones, I can put that 3 in the ones place, and I can take 10 of those ones and make it a 10. So just equals 13. If I look at the 237 thousandths, again, we can only fit one digit in a place value. So I know this last digit, I have 7 thousandths. And right here, I can fill in this with 3 hundredths and 2 tenths. And it would look like this, 13 and 237 thousandths.
On this test type question, we have select all the correct ways to decompose 3 and 218 thousandths. As you can see up top, we have our place value chart. So choice A says 32 tenths plus 18 thousandths. I'm going to start with that 32 tenths, and I notice you can only fit one digit in a place value. So 32 tenths, I'm going to put the last digit, which is the 2, in the tenths place, followed by the 3 right next to it to make 3 and 2 tenths. Then I'm going to look at 18 thousandths and notice that the last digit should be in the thousandths place. So I wrote 8 in the thousandths place, followed by a 1 in the hundredths place. And it reads 3 and 218 thousandths, which is a correct answer. Choice B says 3 ones plus 218 thousandths. I go ahead and write a 3 in the ones place, And with 218 thousandths, that last digit in the thousandths place is an 8. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write an 8 in the thousandths place, followed by a 1 in the hundredths place, and a 2 in the tenths place. And that reads 3 and 218 thousandths, which is our next correct answer. Choice C says 32 ones plus 100th plus 8 thousandths. So I see 32 ones with that second digit being a 2. So I'm going to write a 2 in the ones place, followed by a 3 in the tens place, and I get 32. 100th, I can go ahead and I can write a 1 in the hundredths place, and then followed by 8 thousandths, which I can write an 8 in the thousandths place. I can go ahead and fill in that missing tenths with a 0, and I have 32 and 18 thousandths, which we can see is an incorrect answer. So I can go ahead and cross that one out. Choice D says 3 ones plus 21 tenths plus 8 hundredths. So it looks like 3 ones. I can write a 3 in the ones place. For 21 tenths, I'm going to have to write a 1 in the tenths place, followed by a 2 above the 3 to represent ones, and then I have an 8 in the hundredths place. And then I'm going to have to add these place values together to get 5 and 18 hundredths, which is also an incorrect answer. And finally, choice E says 3 ones plus 2 tenths plus 100th plus 8 thousandths. So I can see the 3 ones here, which I can go ahead and write a 3 in the ones place. I can write a 2 in the tenths place. I can write a 1 in the hundredths place, and I can write an 8 in the thousandths place. This reads 3 and 218 thousandths, which is also a correct answer. So we have choice A, which is correct. We have choice B, which is correct, and also choice C, which is correct. So those are 3 sample problems that cover NS0.1.3. Hopefully this helps you out when understanding this standard.